Prepare intramuscular injection. Washed hands and assembled equipment.
I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to assemble my medication administration record, my gloves, my medication, alcohol wipe, and also the correct needle. I have here a 3 mil, 22 gauge, 1.5 inch needle. This is what you have in your pack. It comes together, the needle and the syringe in a package.
Check the MAR for the assigned medication and allergies.
Okay, so again, I'm going to look at the medication administration record, and I'm going to note that this patient has no known allergies.
Select saline and compare it with MAR.
Okay, so I have my Practi vial, which is what you're going to use. It is going to be my Vistarol, and I'm comparing it with my MAR, and I see that I do have the correct medication.
Select it and say the correct needle and syringe and assembly properly.
So again, I said I have a 3 mil, 22 gauge, 1.5 inch needle. I'm going to go ahead and open the package, being very careful not to touch either end so I don't contaminate. I'll take this, screw it on here. Okay.
Calculated correct dosage.
Okay, so to calculate the correct dose, on the opposite side, you actually have the medication label. And it will tell you what this concentration is. So this Vistarol is actually 50 milligrams per milliliter. And my order is for 25 milligrams. So I know I'm going to give half of a milliliter.
Open antiseptic sponge and cleansed vial.
So go ahead and pop the top off. Open your alcohol wipe. Cleanse the vial.
Obtained correct vial and inserted needle into vial without contamination. Inject in the appropriate amount of air.
So I said it was going to be half a mil. I draw up half a mil of air. I want to be very careful that I don't contaminate my needle. So I'm going to go in just slightly, inject my air, then I can go ahead and invert, and I'm going to pull back that half a mil. If I have a big air bubble in here or I can't seem to get it out, I can inject this back in and withdraw again slowly.
Withdrew ordered amount of saline into syringe without contamination. By holding syringe at eye level to ensure correct volume, remove the air bubbles.
So you saw I just flicked, got out my air bubbles. I have a half of a mil. I'm going to go ahead and take this out. I'm going to recap this needle. This is the only time you ever recap a needle. You never recap it after giving it to the patient. So I'm going to use the swoop method. I'm going to swoop up the cap and grab the sides. Never grabbing like this because the needle may come through that sheath and actually puncture my skin. So I have the cap back on.
Replace needle guard or cap using proper technique. Replaced vial in storage.
Okay, so my first check was when I initially got it up. My second check when I drew it up. My third check is now when I am getting ready to put this vial away. So I, again, will double check this label was for Vistarol 50 milligrams per mil. My order is for 25 milligrams. I'm verifying that I have a half of a mil, and that is correct. And I can now put this away.
Utilize triple check when preparing medication.